Hello, welcome to Gabbing Gilmore. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Catherine. This is the comfort podcast for your favorite comfort show.
So grab your jumbo scissors
And get ready to run all the way to Luke's
as we stroll through Stars Hollow. Today's episode is brought to you by our fabulous Copper Boom sponsors on Patreon, currently Jill Doherty and Leah Moon. We appreciate your support. If you'd like to hear your name announced on each episode, become a Copper Boom sponsor at patreon.com/Gabbing Gilmore.
Also, if you enjoy this podcast, would you be so sweet as to leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple? It helps us reach more Gilmore superfans. Thanks, Sugar. To share your thoughts about this episode with us, hop over to speakpipe.com/Gabbing Gilmore, and you guys can leave us a voice message. How cool is that? If you have an unpopular opinion about Gilmore, thoughts about our episodes, come over and tell us in 90 seconds or less, and we just might play your message on the air. That's speakpipe.com/Gabbing Gilmore.
Okay, everyone, we're back today with part 2 of the best meltdowns of Gilmore Girls. So if you didn't listen to part 1, go back and do that, and then join us here where we're picking up with the second half. Okay, let's go. Number 4, we have another tie.
Oh, another tie.
Why are these a tie? I don't know.
They just are, Jackie.
I don't see a pattern here, but okay, we have a tie.
There's no pattern. There's just a tie.
At number 4.
They're just good.
So we have, this is Emily when she goes on her date with Simon McLean, before she goes on her date with Simon McLean.
I love this one.
In season 5, episode 9, Emily says, hello. That is part of the problem. So the meltdown starts on the phone.
Yes.
She calls Lorelai and is saying, I'm in a blind panic and it's all your fault because I used your line. You know, hello.
What line?
So funny. Like, hello. And Emily has to employ threats right away to get Lorelai's attention and help.
Yeah.
If you don't get over here right now, I'm going to book a DAR function at the Dragonfly every single weekend until I die. And then, so we cut over.
Can I say my favorite line, though?
Was it later?
No. It's
What is
during
it?
that conversation.
Oh, what is it?
She's like, who is this? This is you in 20 years.
So funny.
That's the part that just shakes me to my core. Like, I just crack up.
So good. Like, she knows exactly what to say to get her attention. Because
she's like manipulating Lorelai at the same time that she's melting down.
Like, because is it easy to get Lorelai's attention? No. She knows exactly what to do.
This is you in 20 years.
Lorelai flies to her house. So now we cut over to the Gilmore's house.
Yep.
To Emily's room.
Don't
her
you
boudoir.
just want her closet?
Emily
it's not even a closet.
Like, she could not be more amazing in this scene.
She
Kelly
has
Bishop.
The slips and
flying about her room in the silk robe and the black slip. And she's looking gorgeous while she's like melting down. Like, who looks gorgeous?
Elegant as her for 5 minutes.
Seriously, in this beautiful room and the huge closet and the mirrors and stunning.
Meanwhile, I bump my head on hangers when I try to shimmy into my closet.
I know, right? I can't talk about closets. And then shortly after Lorelai arrives, Emily now spirals. This meltdown, it keeps going.
It does.
Into a full panic attack. And she says, I can't breathe.
I know.
And then she continues now to express her feelings to Lorelai, now that she has a sounding board, to explain. She's calling herself single. She moves into a bit of sadness.
Yep.
But she will not leave that sadness alone, right? She won't just stay with sadness. She has to pair it with determination. Like, just the glimmer, just a little hint of sadness. And Lorelai asks, are you sure you want to do this? No. Yes, I do.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. But it's like, well, Emily, of course you're having a panic attack because you don't want to be doing this.
Right. It feels like more like she's checking a to-do list than it's something she actually wants to do.
But is this what women she knows do? Like, if women got separated, did they immediately start dating? It's surprising.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think she would be a little more concerned with what other people think about her and Richard to have done this with someone in their circle so quickly
from the club
when they're not divorced yet.
Yes,
it's a bit surprising.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why she's having this panic attack. She's not ready. She's calling herself single when she knows she's not single.
Yeah.
Like, none of it is adding up.
Yeah.
And again, Lorelai is there for her more as a sounding board. She does help her move through that panic attack. So at least she can get dressed.
Right. Like, breathe, mom. Yeah. You're not dressed yet. It's
right.
Okay. It does feel like Emily is maybe testing out whether she was correct to have separated from Richard or not.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, I did the thing. I kind of left him. And so let me test the waters and see if this is the life I really want to have.
Yeah. She probably feels like she's really supposed to be connected to a man. Like she's really not supposed to be, quote, single or alone.
Right.
So she's got to move on to someone else.
She realizes it's not just a man, it's Richard.
Yeah.
Which I guess was really, that's why the meltdown was so important, right?
Yes.
She needed to do this
She needed
to see that she wanted to be with Richard.
She did. I mean, it still takes her some time, you know, to get there, but it was a piece of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she still goes through with the date. It doesn't keep her from, you know, she doesn't cancel.
No, she doesn't cancel, but she just kind of puts her face on and then comes home and collapses.
Yes.
You know, she cries in the foyer.
Yes, she does. Does she go on a second date with him?
No.
It's just the one?
Yeah, it's just the one. They see each other at that party.
Yep.
When, as I said, Richard runs her over.
Richard runs her over.
Simon. He seemed like a nice enough guy.
He did.
But it wasn't in the cards for you, Simon. Not the right time or place.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
And okay, our tie for number 4 is a Luke rant. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yay.
A Luke meltdown. But we had this as a Luke rant.
We did.
In our Luke rant episode.
Yes.
This is season 2, episode 5, Nick and Nora, Sid and Nancy, when we get one of his best rants about jam hands.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about why this is actually a meltdown too.
Yeah. So in addition to it being a rant, it's also a meltdown.
It sure is. And this rant is different from others because it's about Luke and it's about his self-doubt. So that's why it's falling under the meltdown category. He's not just like ranting about Taylor annoying him.
Right.
It's deeper than that.
Shopping malls being crowded.
Yes. Golf courses, this and that. Like, he's really acknowledging that he has fears, that he's in over his head, and that Lorelai was right. Mm-hmm. And then he stays there for a bit. But of course, he like switches out. So this is kind of where the rant begins. He like segues from a meltdown into the rant.
Yes.
When he starts going on about kids always having sticky hands.
Because this is where he's more comfortable.
Yes. So the meltdown is vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, and he's talking about his fears.
Yeah, and panicky a little bit.
Yes. And then he's just like, but kids are always sticky, so I can't deal with them.
I don't even like kids. Why am I doing this?
Always have jam hands.
They do have jam hands.
And I think what else makes this a meltdown is that he is reaching out to Lorelai for help.
Yeah.
He goes to her. He's actively asking her, like, I'm in over my head. I need help. And
even though they were in a fight at this point.
They were.
Right? Because of the bad dinner night.
Yeah.
When
This is how
Lorelai
desperate
and
he
Jess
is.
had a big tiff.
Yeah.
And then she and Luke weren't speaking.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't get Danish on Danish Day.
They were really
But
in
he
a
goes
fight.
to her anyway. He does this a bunch of times.
He does. This is like
He's
how they
sort
make
of
up.
like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, frequently.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was thinking, I do wish that he could have brought more of that vulnerability through their relationship. Like, he brings it in such an emotionally charged way. I wish he could have brought it down a little and figured out how to communicate those feelings with her. But that's not what he does.
It was more like, you were right. I'm sinking and I'm going down, flailing.
But Lorelai, she's a support person. Once again.
Okay. So for number 3, we also have a tie because we have like a new one and then a quick one that we've already discussed. All right, people, ready? Jackie, don't ask me why
I'm not asking questions.
It just is. All right, tied for number 3. The first one is when Lane dyes her hair purple.
Yes.
Don't we all love this one?
So much.
One's got class and the other one dies is episode 4 of season 3. So we all should have seen this coming because it starts the episode by she's feeling alienated from the band. Like she might get cut out because they can't rehearse loud enough. They might switch to Hartford. She might lose Dave, you know? And she tries to approach her mom about being in the band. She tries so hard to gather up her courage. And at the same moment that she's approaching her mom is when Mrs. Kim sits her down with all these religious school applications. And, you know, instead of like a college that she might want to go to. And it's so heartbreaking because
sad.
She just backs down right away and doesn't say anything. But then she voices this when she's with Rory. She's like, why don't, you know, I never stand up for myself. And she was feeling really down on herself for that. We talked about this a bit in our episode 21, the Lane Kim 3-part series.
Yeah.
But specifically the one about rebellion. If you want to go back and listen to that, we get into this a little bit more. So she decides to dye her hair purple just to make a statement to Mrs. Kim because she can't talk to her.
That's big.
It is
a big statement.
It is big. So like the whole way that this happens, I find so much comedy in.
So good.
You know, we've got like our very 2000s references of Kelly Osbourne, Gwen Stefani, Vin Diesel, right? Like these are so mid-aughts. And Lane gets a really fun, I guess Keiko here gets a really fun opportunity to show some of her acting chops because she gets to do more physical comedy. She's mad. You know, we don't get to see Lane mad that often. And she's like, the smell of bleach is the smell of freedom. And then she kind of like kicks the floor. Like, I think there's supposed to be maybe a drop cloth down there that she's kicking out of the way. And she's like, to hell with the floor.
Oh my gosh, I've never caught that.
I know. I replayed it a bunch of times because I was like, I don't remember this.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're like, Lane's swearing.
Yeah. You get purple
Kind
dye
of.
on the floor?
Right?
It's big.
And the most poignant part to me is when Lane says, nothing's going to change unless I change it. You know, she's starting to understand her agency here, even if she has a hard time following through. It's like it's just setting the pieces in motion for her to start to take control over her life. Right, because does she follow through? No, right. She dyes her hair back to black after this whole purple thing. But she had gathered up a lot of courage, which I think is really important for Lane. She needed to let out her frustration with the role she's playing at home with her mom. And these things that are really important to her, like the band and Dave that she wants to keep in her life. So I think she had to kind of like test out whether she was willing to rebel.
Yes.
And at this point, like she's not willing to make that strong of a statement to her mother, but she is still trying to prioritize these other things.
Yes. That's such a common need for people her age, right? Is to have to rebel. I mean, that's literally what teenagers are supposed to do. And everyone is different.
I'm starting to read about this, Jackie, like in preparation
you're
for the
prepping.
teen years. I'm like, I need to download an audiobook about adolescence.
Yeah. It's
to like get ready for
actually their job.
the pulling away.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but it's hard for parents. But, you know, for the individual, everyone is so different and has like a different level of need to rebel. Yeah. You know, some kids don't need to as much and some kids need a lot of rebellion. Right. And Lane probably needed a lot because she was more oppressed.
Right.
And even like having her closet all decked out and hiding the music, she had a lot of rebellion in her life.
Yeah.
Changing your appearance tends to be a big one for teens. You know, it has such a big impact on your relationship with your parents, your family and how they see you and the outside world, you know, like, so that's a big deal for her to do that. I don't blame her for going back to black.
Know, right?
Back to black.
Back to black. Oh, but the purple was so fun.
It was so
and
great.
Jackie, purple heads will not be denied.
And you know what? It's still under there.
It
still did it. It's
right?
under that black.
Technically,
that's how I look at it.
And she's got that picture.
Yep.
Nothing will change that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get there.
And I'll just say Rory saved the day here because she went along with the whole thing. Lane kind of like took her on this ride unexpectedly. Yeah. Like Rory thought they were just hanging out after school, walking through the square. She goes on this whole adventure with Lane. She's very supportive of dyeing the hair. They're talking about love interests, you know, all that. And then when Lane flips the switch and says, no, I need you to go back for the hair dye, she's like, okay, you know. She's people accuse Rory of being a bad friend, and she was a great friend.
Very good friend in this one.
So that was our number 3, and that was coming in at a tie with 2 others that we've kind of already gone into depth about. So Paris and Harvard, which was we featured in our Paris's Big Meltdown episode 50. So go back and listen to that whole one because we really got into it there. But that is just such an epic meltdown that we had to put it on the list. And then, of course, Scene in a Mall when Emily has her epic meltdown in front of the entire mall and Lorelai and Rory. And we also talked about that in our Emily and Richard crumbling episode. Yes. So those are just too good not to have on our top 10. We have to shout them out because Kelly and Liza did such a fabulous job with those. Yeah.
Love those.
And the writers.
All right, number 2. We're going back to Sookie. Yeah. And this is season 4, episode 7, right before Davy is born. Yeah. The Festival of Living Art. This is when Sookie shows up at Lorelai's house at 1 a.m.
She does.
Knocking on the door. And she...
Get it out.
Listen, I adore this meltdown because I kind of believe all pregnant women need to have it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a sort of a blanket statement. Not everyone has to, but like, honestly, kind of.
Yeah, and can we talk about the buildup for a second?
Yeah.
So Andrew talks to her. Are you having twins? Oh, no. Luke says, are you having twins? Andrew talks about the elephant gestation. And then Bo, Jackson's cousin, is being a pain in the butt.
Yes.
All these men in her life are being so annoying.
And this is when you're at the point.
Shut up or help.
Everyone is making comments on your body.
Right.
There's nothing you can do. You have no control. You're scared because you're about to birth a being. You know, it's all like a lot.
And I'm glad they didn't make Jackson ridiculous in this episode, but they, I think, pretty purposely had these other men just being like completely useless and annoying in her final days. And they were driving her crazy.
Yes, they were.
Even Luke, like he was prodding more than usual.
Luke.
So that was intentional that they had even Luke say something.
Yeah, you're right.
He's usually quieter about those things.
Yeah, because he's scared of them.
Yeah.
He's scared of the women's things.
Right. And if Kirk, I think they would have made Kirk do it if he wasn't so busy being Jesus.
There you go. He was very busy. A lot of the town was busy. Actually, Andrew should have been too busy to say something too.
That pasty-faced bastard.
But we love Mike Gandolfi so much.
We do. Oh my God. And he's such a good sport every time, like with the Andrew scenes.
Yeah. But so this is like true comedic genius again.
Melissa.
Because I would love to do a word count here.
I know.
She is, of course, she's jiggling the whole time.
Right.
But she's just like flinging words. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the writing is amazing.
Yeah.
But the way she can just walk around and fling so many words so effortlessly.
Like, they're like darts.
Yeah. It's true.
Because she's like sailing them.
Yes.
Like, whoosh, whoosh.
And then Lauren Graham is coming in with like opposing energy. You know, she's staying calm. It's 1 a.m.
She's kind of treating Sookie like a child. Or like a daughter. Yeah, again, in a sweet way.
It's like you said, she
Not
knows.
Infantilizing.
No, she knows what Sookie needs and how to calm her down. You're right. She does.
And she doesn't try to bring out the logic. Really, she just very quietly is like, I want to show you something. Yep. This is my Rory baby box. Look at this. Look at this. It's like, it is sometimes when people are having like a panic attack, they say distraction is helpful in the moment to just like, hey, look at something else
Get them out.
And it really worked for her. But just back to the physical comedy.
Yeah.
The ship's too big and the bottle's too small.
Yeah. Who doesn't think that?
Oh my God. But like all her hand gestures, Jackie.
I know.
Like I
so
could just
good.
watch that over and over the way she does it. So like, did you prepare that ahead of time or did it just come out that way?
I know. It's how she is.
It makes you think that Melissa McCarthy is probably best when she's able to do something physical.
Yeah.
Right? As we're seeing from all these meltdowns.
Right. But here's one of the poignant moments that you can miss. I love that she mentions her mother here.
Yeah.
She talks about how her mom fed her as a child. It's very quick.
The
right?
roughage.
Yeah, the roughage. She fed me too much roughage. It's very quick. But if you think about it, this is heartbreaking because I imagine that she wishes more than anything that she could call her mother right now and cry to her. But she doesn't have her. So she goes to Lorelai, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just want your mom.
You just want your mommy.
And especially when you're pregnant.
Totally.
So I feel for her there. She kind of skates over it, but I think that line is important because she's thinking about how she was mothered.
So true, Jackie. She needs to be mothered for a moment.
Yes. And Lorelai steps in.
She
Beautiful.
did. I'm glad she had Lorelai as a friend
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
As to what is so super 2000s about this is Sookie's outfit. It's like a dress over jeans.
Oh my God, totally.
Very Britney
Yes.
Spears.
There was a lot of that happening.
A lot. I
Even
kinda
like
liked it.
I was
It's
studying
cute.
abroad in London in 2001, early 2001, and there were a lot of skirts over jeans
It was
in
a
London,
thing.
and I was like,
What is
"Oh,
this?
I cannot pull that off, but that's cute on you."
Right? I never did either, but I thought it was adorable. And then Sookie has this big cardigan, this big butterfly on the back. And I wondered if that was significant. We need to ask
Right.
Valerie.
Yeah. Oh, let's. And I feel like butterflies are very of that moment too, with like Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
He was very into butterflies. Can we also say I have to say the other very 2000s thing about it is like the weird discussion of fat and skinny that inevitably works its way into all pregnancy conversations when the
Yeah.
Palladinos are involved. Sorry
Yeah.
to say. But Lorelai at one point says, "Stop jiggling." And Sookie goes, "Not until I'm skinny."
Wow, did I miss that?
It's so quick you would miss it if you're
Wow.
not really listening for it and you don't have the subtitles on.
Yeah.
And they had already made a comment. She'd already made a comment about like, I'm gonna be like the fat guy in Monty Python something or other when he
Oh.
like spews something all over the room. I meant to look it up because I am not a Monty Python
Yeah.
girl and you are not either.
Yeah.
This is like not where we shine. I didn't. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry.
But the fat and the skinny, and for Sookie to say "not until I'm skinny" is like, so you're having this character who was never skinny to begin
Right.
with treat pregnancy again as this
being
thing that makes you fat, and that when you're done with it, you're going to be skinny.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's not what it is.
oh, I get so
That's not what it
tired
is.
of that.
I can always hear Rory saying, "You are going to get so fat."
Total. And women will line up all over the world to see that woman fat, talking about Sherry. Oh my God, enough. It's pregnancy.
It's growing
It's
a person. I say this all the
A
time.
different
You're
thing.
growing a person.
Right?
A person.
It's different.
Okay.
You can be
All right.
you could be
Okay.
fat and pregnant. You can
Yes.
just be pregnant.
Right.
You could be thin and pregnant.
Right.
You could be all like there are many combinations. Okay. Now who's ranting?
That's not a meltdown. It's a rant.
It's exactly.
Should we do some honorable mentions before we get to our number one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Couple honorable mentions. When Lorelai cries about the dragonfly inn, we feel like that's a little bit more the sadness and a little bit of panic.
Yeah, about
But
opening the inn.
maybe not jumping through quite the range of emotions that a lot of these other ones have. Sookie, Norman Mailer, I'm pregnant.
Oh my God, I love that.
That's kind of a meltdown.
Kind of.
He won't stop ordering iced tea.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Lorelai to the headmaster in season 1.
Il Duce. Is it that one?
Yes.
Yeah. That's funny.
Which I might talk about more in a minute.
Okay.
And then Richard when he loses it at Chilton at the business fair.
That like kind of
That's
is.
uncomfortable.
It's,
I feel
you know
like
what? It's a tantrum.
It's not as fun. It is.
Tantrum.
It is a tantrum.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate the distinction.
Yeah.
Not a meltdown. Because he didn't take me on an emotional journey with that
No.
one, really.
He's just stamping his feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it. Okay, ready for our winner?
Oh, and I added one more. When Sookie discovered that she's pregnant after thinking Jackson had the vasectomy, more Sookie and
more
pregnancy
Sookie. Oh my
content.
gosh.
And she's walking around the square with Lorelai. I love when she's like, eat, sleep, poop, eat, sleep, poop. That's all I remember.
Good line. And she had a right to be mad.
Yeah.
I was going to say annoyed, and then I changed to mad.
Yeah. Smad.
Okay. Ready for the winner?
Number one.
Number one.
What was that? No, we went to it.
Rory at Chilton after getting hit by the deer.
Yeah. Can you believe this is season 1, episode 4?
No, when I
Episode
go back
4.
and watch, after watching all of these that happened, a lot of them in season 4 and 5, then I go back to look at this one. I'm like, wow, everything's so different.
Yeah.
And like, just the pace is different, but you still, I mean, it's still Gilmore Girls.
For sure. I can't believe, I feel like it's very early for Rory to have a meltdown.
It is.
Because we're still getting to know her.
Yes.
And she's still kind of that like quiet, shy bookworm. So for in episode 4, for her to have such a big meltdown, that, let me say, this meltdown crosses scenes. It crosses locations or sets. It crosses various people in her life. Like, this is huge.
Yeah. Because the build-up is long, too. Yeah. You know, she gets a D in Mr. Medina's class.
Yes.
Tristan's, like, stalking her out in the hallways, not letting her pass, calling her Mary.
Paris. Yeah.
Pretending to ask her on a date. Paris sneaks up on her behind the bench and is like, you're going down. I'm like, girl, why are you hanging around behind benches? What are you doing over here? Shouldn't you be studying? Find something else to do. Then she gets obsessed with the Shakespeare test.
Yeah.
Obsessed. And even Lorelai's like kind of bugging her, you know, can we go get ice cream? Can we go shoe shopping? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she's like,
shut up, everyone.
No, for real. She's like really trying to find her place. She's working so hard on this transition. And it makes so much sense that she's just going to yell at all of these people. I mean, it starts with Lorelai, even though she's not mad at Lorelai, but when they wake up, she's just yelling like, I have to go.
Yes.
You have to drive me.
Pure panic.
Yelling. Then she's in the car yelling at Lane.
That's true.
She's going to keep yelling. She gets on the phone. Where's my book? Girl, why you need your book? Just get to
what you need your book?
Just get to school.
Get to school.
Yelling. That's when she gets hit by the deer. The minute she gets into school, she's yelling at Mr. Medina. Because he says right away, like, you need to.
You can't take the test.
Leave.
Can I just ask, what's your favorite line of Rory's whole meltdown? Do you have one?
I really think it's when she yells at Tristan.
Oh, okay.
I just love that so much. It's so satisfying because she's already yelled at everyone else.
Yeah.
And he is just in the back laughing. Like, he thinks this is so funny. And he thinks he is exempt.
Yeah.
He does not see it coming. And for her to then circle around behind him, he doesn't think she has this in her, even though she just yelled at Paris. I still think he doesn't think she has this in her.
She's coming for him.
No. And for her to lean over and just yell at my name is oh shoot. And for the last time, my name is Rory. So satisfying.
So satisfying. You're
and
like,
he
wipe
actually
that smug grin off your face, but he finds it entertaining.
He does.
Yeah.
I almost wish he was more surprised and caught off guard, but he does find it entertaining. Like, whatever, Tristan.
I know. I kind of like Chad Michael Murray's acting here.
It's funny.
Yeah. Because he's just like in the background the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, no, I love that. My favorite is, huh? What's up? What's
Yeah.
up, Quippy?
It's good. Because Paris just keeps like looking the other direction.
Yeah, she's like
not
crunching down into herself. Like we've never seen Paris shrink in that way.
It's like
That's satisfying too.
Classroom Paris.
It is
like how she presents to teachers.
So demure. Oh my gosh. I love to your point about the Chilton kids never seeing her this way. That's why I think this meltdown was so key for Rory. She needed to have it because, I mean, A, she needed to get the anger out of her system.
Yeah.
She was ticked off at this whole situation. All the Chilton kids are driving her nuts. And B, she needed for them to see her as something other than Little Miss Perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like, Paris, you're not going to shove me around so easily.
Yeah.
Tristan, you're not going to corner me in the hallways and think you can get away with it.
Right.
Like, they needed to see that she had an edge.
Little Miss Perfect and Little Miss Bumpkin. So yeah, an edge. Yes. Like, I can stand up to you city, quote, city kids.
Right.
You know, like I'm just as tough as you.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I've got smart quips too.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's effective.
And then, of course, it was also really important for her because it gave Rory a chance to have that heart-to-heart with Lorelai afterwards when they're like walking through the woods looking for the deer.
Yeah.
And Lorelai, this part here, does it just hit you as a mother, Jackie? So she, like, Lorelai is trying to walk this line between having faith, having confidence in her daughter and showing her that encouragement, but like also looking out for her well-being and her mental health and making sure she's okay.
Right. And also kind of wanting to offer her an out.
Yeah.
But that's perceived by Rory as her mom not having confidence in
I
her.
can totally see this all playing out.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was living through it
Yep.
with Lorelai. You know, like, I get this. I get
Right.
how hard this line is that you're
Yes.
walking.
Because she hasn't been at Chilton all that long.
No.
And Rory does want to prove herself.
yeah.
So any sense from Lorelai that she doesn't think Rory can do it, Rory's going to tune right into that.
Right.
She needs her mom's full support, but
She did, but she also needed the moment to reassess for herself as an individual. Like, do I want this? Is Harvard
Yes.
something I'm striving for? Is Chilton the place I want to be?
Yes.
And she gets there on her own. She's like, she recommits to it. You know, sometimes we need that in life. Like, I've had that too, where, you know, had a meltdown and been like, okay, I want to recommit to this thing.
yes.
You know, that seems so hard.
I say that all the time about the show, that Lorelai tends to impose her own opinion and her own feelings, and she does so much talking that she sometimes doesn't give Rory that space.
Yeah.
So it was nice that even though it was perceived differently than Lorelai wanted, that it did allow Rory permission
Right.
to reassess.
Right.
So it did work.
Yeah. And it's like a gift we can give our daughters to offer them self-compassion and try to help them use that tool themselves also, because it's so hard to do.
Absolutely.
Especially in today's culture of productivity and boss babe and all that stuff.
Right. That you don't always have to just push forward to the detriment of yourself. Okay.
So ironically, it seems like Max Medina's the one to kind of save the day a little bit. I mean, Lorelai does, but first Lorelai has her own freak out. Max kind of stays calm on the side. I will say, like, he contributed to all this, right? By not letting Rory take the test. He's trying to walk this line between, like, following the Chilton rules and also watching out for Rory.
Yeah.
So I like his voicemail at the very end when he says, don't lose heart, make this work, you know, and like, basically, let's get you back to where you rightfully belong at Chilton. I appreciate that.
It is. I do wonder what he said to her during her meltdown when he takes her out of the class, because he's also there right then.
Yeah.
So what does he say? Where does he bring her? You know,
And did she keep melting down in the headmaster's office? I want to say no. I feel like
Probably
Charlton
not.
just heard the secondhand account.
Yes. Yeah. She probably brings it down. But yeah, so it's nice that he circles back because he had to get back to his classroom. He couldn't really be there for her. So technically the meltdown is over when he leaves that voicemail, but it's still nice that he circles back to, you know, give her some kind of encouragement.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. That was fun.
That was a lot of
I liked
melting.
that. That was a good one.
Do we feel sufficiently melted?
Yeah. I bet people are going to think of more.
Oh, totally.
I want to hear.
Totally. There are lots more. We could do another 10.
I know.
But
right?
yeah, share with us, like, if you think we missed a critical one.
Yeah.
Come over and tell us.
Well, Tati.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. How to show up for you this week?
Okay, so a couple months ago, we had tickets to go see Hamilton. And our daughter was pretty psyched and we're all ready to go, you know, like that afternoon. And my husband checked the date on the tickets and he was like, oh my gosh, it's not tonight like we thought. It's actually next Friday. And It was like no one got too upset. We hadn't gotten to the theater yet, so
Yes.
it wasn't a big thing. But I was just like, you wrote the date down wrong? You never write the date down wrong. Because he doesn't. I mean, he's really, he's
Absolutely.
very like precise with those things. And so I was like, hun, let me show you the scene. So I brought up Rory on her way to Yale. And I'm like, Rory does it too. You wrote the date down wrong? You never write the date down wrong.
What do our husbands think when like something significant happens in our lives and we're like, oh, that happened in Gilmore Girls. Let me just show you.
You're
okay?
just like Rory, hun.
Yeah, like this happened.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Let me just, do you feel better? See, it happened. Rory did it.
That's pretty much what I said. Yeah.
Do you feel better now?
Good
Okay.
reenactment. Yeah. Like, it's okay, hun.
That's okay.
We all make mistakes.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
How about you?
I'm so glad that worked out for you guys.
It did.
Yikes.
Then we had a great time. We've been singing Hamilton songs.
Yeah,
ever
you
since.
have.
Oh yeah, big time.
Rocking it. So mine is a bit old. It happened in December when my husband and I were doing some holiday shopping at Costco.
Oh gosh, my
it's like-
favorite place on earth.
No, we're getting like so tired of Costco. But if you ever walk into the front, like they just bombard you with all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we happened upon an area of like, I mean, they were like athleisure, but there was a purple velour tracksuit. I'm just calling it
Oh my gosh.
a tracksuit. And we took a picture. But it was my husband who
you
was like,
buy it?
it's a purple velour tracksuit.
Oh,
I know.
he's so good.
He's like, take a picture.
he's
So
so
I did.
good.
So maybe we can post it.
I love when he finds them.
He
You're just
Tatsi.
reminding me. He found another Tatsi last weekend that I didn't tell you
Oh,
about.
really?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna save it for next
Okay.
time.
I'll save it.
Okay, y'all. Thank you for joining us this week. Come join in the conversation on Instagram at Gabbing Gilmore. That's 2 G's in the middle.
And be sure to follow the show in your podcast app. You'll find the follow button in the upper right-hand corner of the show page. We want to make sure you never miss an episode.
Gabbing Gilmore is edited and produced by us, Jackie Prosick and Catherine Bailey. Cover art by MGI Studios. See you next time.
Copper boom!